Fans follow along with our duel with AU Wrestling on X at AU_Wrestling and use the hashtag AU Wrestling. So the Eagles with a great start, the Cohen Baney sudden victory win, and then the Ray Lopez first period fall. And now it'll be Cael McIntyre coming out at 141. Jack Maida banged up, so McIntyre getting his shot. And of course, we've seen Cael kind of move up and down, but this 141 more his natural weight.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, yeah, we have seen him kind of play a filler role, at least last season a little bit, and, excelled there. But as you mentioned, getting guys at the right weight class makes a big difference. Andy
Lucinsky on the mat for Buffalo. McIntyre on the campaign comes in at 10-14, 2-1. That's career record, 2-1 this season, both all in dual action. And Lucinsky with an early 3 points.
Yeah, and on that low single, finished real quick, did not hesitate down there. Now he's not hesitating on top, looking to throw those boots on. He's really high, but able to lock him in, get McIntyre flat. See if he's able to get to work on top or if he's just there to wear on McIntyre.
Lucinsky just 1-4 this year, but not wrestling early on like a 1-4 wrestler, taking it to McIntyre. Cael from Easton, Pennsylvania. Lucinsky really digging in.
Yeah, McIntyre is able to get his legs out now. Let's see if he's able to build up and kind of get his hips back to him, and he does, working up. Lewinsky's, driving him out of bounds there, knows where he's at, get a reset.
Lucinsky from Newfane, New York. He's a redshirt junior. Definite New York flavor on this Buffalo team. As Donnie Vinson told me, New York's kind of known a little bit for the kind of under-the-radar wrestler. Of course, right next to Pennsylvania, so much fanfare there. But you get guys, a lot of folks that can kind of take that next step when they get to college, maybe a little bit under-recruited, but maybe didn't reach those heights they wanted in high school, kind of mature and come on through.
Yeah, definitely. There's definitely some solid wrestlers out of New York, and if you ask my dad, who's a New York native, he would say that they're in the top 5 high school states for wrestling, but there's definitely some tough wrestlers out of New York.
90 seconds to go in our opening period as Andy Lucinsky really dominating Cael McIntyre so far.
Yeah, I mean, he's just doing a great job of getting both boots in. Not a whole lot of, he does have that hand on the back, but, it is hard to turn someone when you got both legs in.
Riding time coming up. That's approaching 2 minutes. That early takedown. McIntyre lost against Clarion's Gianni Silvestri, but then wins as we have a stall on McIntyre. Did have a win against Noah Cockman of Duke, and won his second match against Presbyterian via forfeit.
Yeah, at this point, while Lewinsky is riding the hips, he's still putting on a tough ride. He's not totally looking for a turn here. But, McIntyre's got to make an effort to get up, especially when he's got that leg out, got his hips underneath him. Otherwise, this will happen, and, Lewinsky will wear on him.
10 seconds remains. 10.
Under 10 to go in the period. And McIntyre at this point's got to avoid that second stall. And he will. So still takedown away, though the riding time is going to be an issue as this match goes on. It's one of those things you have to wonder about as well, Jason, is that Coach Borelli said that really a kind of wave of sickness ran through the team. And he said most of the guys are over it, but some still are kind of having some issues. You have to wonder throughout who's one of those guys that have had issues, and are they still drained when it comes to this match?
Yeah, and I think if there are lingering issues, where you're going to see it is the guys that, as the match goes on, you can physically see him starting to wear. Yeah, or the lethargic, even at the start. The lethargic at the start. Those are probably some guys that still have some lingering sickness in them. But you said you were good enough to wrestle, and McIntyre's in on a high crotch, so you better be able to wrestle.
Can he find the points? As Lucinsky hanging there. Now McIntyre going back to the head. And there's his 3.
There you go. He's got that bent leg Turk there. See if he's able to work anything there. He's also got that bundle with his right arm up, pulling Lucinsky's arm to his chest. See if he's able to convert on some back points here. He's got 2 nice positions.
And Lucinsky may have got himself out of trouble for now.
Yep, he's able to get that arm back. Now there you go with, McIntyre doing the same thing. Got that inside leg figure 4, riding that hip.
30 seconds remaining.
Trying to bring that wrist out on the back just like Lucinsky was doing to him.
Stalemate will bring him back in. Lucinsky, a 6-time high school letter winner. That's pretty amazing.
That's pretty good.
Again, some smaller towns up in New York, you'll see that where folks kind of get in that, that
you'll see
8th grade year.
7th and 8th grade year.
But not normally 7th, so.
Yeah, that's probably started off at, I can't know if they still have 98 pounds there in high school, but I know they used to have 98-pound weight class. Next to be 106, so you might see some 106 7th graders. Yeah. Oh, and there goes McIntyre. Found some back points, but a little out of position there.
10 seconds remains. 10.
McIntyre's just got to hold on the leg, got to give up a stall here to be wrestling smart here. But he knows he's going to get those back points, and he's going to remain on top in the period.
So they will give the 1 stall point.
Yep, and that'll be the second stall from the first period.
So the riding time's still at 1:30. So Lucinsky obviously has the advantage there. Looks like the officials have sorted everything out.
Call for American.
And that'll do it.
Stalling resulting in a penalty point for
So this will be an interesting choice here by Lucinsky. He's going to choose to go neutral. They both have some success here. Both have done poor on bottom.
I think I misspoke. They said penalty point, I believe, on McIntyre. Against McIntyre.
Yeah, well, it should.
Illegal hold, maybe?
It could be. I'm thinking, you hold on to that leg when you're on top. You get a 5 count. That should be a stall.
Okay.
So that should have been his second stall.
Got it.
But the way he did hold it up was, I would say, different. He didn't show the stall. Unless he maybe called locking hands. He may have called locking hands.
Okay. Either way, the 1 point. And now McIntyre has a leg. Can he do anything with it? Lucinsky trying to fight him off.
Yeah, good attack there by McIntyre. Need to finish a little quicker. Now Lucinsky's got his hip squared up, got McIntyre flat, trying to sit the other side. McIntyre's just trying to probably hold on here for a stalemate. Not much he can do in this position unless, he just gave that up. No points. Oh, being smart on the edge. Potential danger situation, but nothing yet. McIntyre needs to keep his head up. He's going to be close. Needs to almost be careful with that leg so it's not called potentially dangerous. No points yet. Yes, there's going to be that takedown.
Wow. What an exchange there. McIntyre looked like he was headed to giving up that takedown. Instead, stays light on his feet and turns the tables on Lucinsky.
Yeah, that was really just smart on the edge. Looked like he was almost running the edge to get out because he was in a bad spot, but then Lucinsky kind of sat underneath him and sat to his butt, and, McIntyre just sat on him and was able to scramble out there.
I tell you, that's one of the more pro wrestling looking amateur wrestling moves you're going to see, just kind of the bottom drop.
Right? Just felt him under there and was like, all right, well, I'm just going to sit down and win this scramble.
Yeah, that's one of the great points of this sport is how many times something crazy comes up as he lets him up. And now the riding time is under 45, so that'll be a win for Cael McIntyre as he has a slow start, but able to come away with the 8-5 win as the Eagles are 3 for 3 on the day.